All right, fuck.
Here's the Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 492. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and we're going to embark on our Final Fantasy. Now hit our theme song! Hey Ryan, we're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Oh my God. What is going down?
Can you tell I'm excited? Can you tell?
You went like right into that. I cracked my neck and I gave you a nod and then boom, you went into it.
Yeah,
First take?
Well, I was gonna do it like then you started cracking your neck. It's like, no, I want that on camera / film so that we can play it in the intro. And I just waited. I was ready. I've been waiting for this all week, man. Oh, this is very exciting. We're gonna talk about my favorite thing of all time, almost.
Okay.
Almost. But before we get to any of that, we have some stories to tell, some people to thank. Before we get to any of that, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com. They are a source for all your gaming, dare I say, Final Fantasy needs. They got your playmats, your dice, your bags, your boxes, your cards, your board games, all that stuff. And you can save 5% off all of it by using extra special promo code CCONation at checkout, because you're going to be spending money. You might as well spend less. Thank you, and you're welcome.
What he said.
Also,
Oh my God. Before we move on and show the glitch in the graphic. Oops. You see that if you're watching on YouTube.
which it should be.
We're talking about commander decks today from Final Fantasy.
Oh, baby, are we?
FF, if you will.
Are we ever?
And you will.
Are we effer?
Oh my God. You're going to want to save 5% on these bad boys.
Holy lick. Are you ever going to want to save 5% off all year?
We'll preface the show like we did on the pre-show yesterday. We aren't going to gripe about the price. We're not going to be hypercritical about Universes Beyond and money and power level and be negative. We are going to celebrate one of Uncle Brando's favorite things.
Yay!
I had my turn a couple years ago with Lord of the Rings, and it was fantastic, and it was... can confirm, after talking to Wizards employees, Magic's most successful set of all time.
And this will be Magic's third most successful set of all time.
Oh yeah, what's number 2?
I don't know.
Maybe it'll be number 2.
I just
For a
know it's
while.
not, I just know it's not going to beat Lord of the Rings, and I feel like there might be something else that's like more better than it.
Listen, I won't hold it over your head. Just like you don't hold over my head having a much larger wiener than me.
I don't. I mean, sometimes physically I do while you're asleep at the CCO experience.
Yes.
But we're not going to talk about that.
Yes, or if like I need an umbrella, you'll just like stretch it out.
Yep. Batwing style.
Yes. We have a second thank you.
Oh, we sure do. And it's to Pile of Bones Brewing Co. They are the second coolest thing to come out of Regina, as well as being the official refreshment sponsor for CCO's Sidewalk Slam. Season 3, new episode dropping right away.
Oh,
Right a fucking
I
way
didn't launch the episode.
on YouTube.
I didn't launch the episode.
Ryan forgot. The guys were all getting on me at EDH&M last night. Like, you said on the show it should be out. Where is it? I told my girlfriend I'm on it. I want them to watch it. And it's like, is what I said.
Who's on CCO's Sidewalk Slam that has a girlfriend?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Frickin' bunch of nerds.
Oh, man. But anyway, you should check out Pile of Bones. They're great. And
Yeah.
they're out of Regina, but you can't hold that against them.
Yeah.
And the games are good. You should watch them. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, very much so. Big thank you to the Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/CCO podcast. Thus far this year, I think we've had all patrons on Sidewalk Slam, and also patrons get an invite to the CCO, the aforementioned CCO experience, where I've been umbrellaed, I guess.
No, it's like, you've never seen that scene, like it's like Saw 6 or whatever, where the guy's like chained to a table and there's the big pendulum swinging back and forth and it's going to cut him in half.
Oh, yes.
See, it's just like that, except with a concussion.
And it's me.
Yeah.
And it's Uncle Brando.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not sure how I feel about this yet, but here we are.
Show this clip to Rebecca and she'll tell you exactly how to feel about it.
She knows. I think that she knows. I think every time I come home from the Dufferin Avenue Media Network studio,
Thanks for having us.
I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Or rather, should I say, producer Gary and I hear it.
Yeah.
Because we...
got someone to tell you.
Oh, yeah. Producer Gary and I, earplugs. The size of an earplug. Uncle Brando, like 3 pop cans stacked on top of each other.
What? Oh, yeah.
Wizard staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a wizard staff. He's got a Final Fantasy wizard staff. Looks like the Cloud's sword.
Buster Sword.
Buster sword.
I used to have one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Buster Sword, yeah.
You still do?
Nah, I had to junk it when I moved.
Still do. You just got to holster it
yeah,
inside your pants.
I lost a
Yeah.
leg in Nom. We all know that. We've all heard the
Yeah,
story. I've told my war
it's
stories.
It's not sharp enough for a sword.
We don't need to go over all of
It's a
that.
whole thing. It's a whole thing.
But we've got so much to go into on the show.
Oh,
Brian.
man.
We have so much. Thank you. We're thanking the patrons. Please subscribe here, like this. We're going to be doing a lot of Final Fantasy stuff coming up. I know Gary hates when we say that, but we did. We're here in the Dufferin Avenue Media Network studio. If you want to get a hold of some of the cards we're talking about, you go to Fusion. If you want to watch the game that we're going to talk about in just a second, Gary and I are actually streaming it. It's Gary's very first playthrough of Final Fantasy VI, one of the masterpieces of the video gaming industry. You can check it out on the Dufferin Avenue Media Network YouTube channel, or you can watch us live on Twitch. We do voices, we do the whole thing. It's been a lot of fun so far, and so check those out if you like.
You guys are fucking nerds.
Oh, yeah, we're terrible. Hey, if you didn't already have supper plans to celebrate some shit in your real life so you could have a nice supper, I would have forced you to stay here because Noah's not coming. We need somebody else to do all the voices of Noah's characters because I only have so many accents I can do.
Gee, twist my knob.
Man.
I'd like if you did.
One of my favorite
Too
moments.
bad I'm getting Chinese food today.
One of my favorite moments is Noah going, I forgot he was English. That was my favorite thing he's ever said. So if you want to hear me do a Cockney accent, there we go. Let's get into some cards, Ryan. Let's talk some cards.
So here's the thing. We've got Final Fantasy coming up in June.
We do.
CCO Experience, June. We're going to be opening up some packs at the CCO Experience.
Sure
We've got
are.
Uncle Brando's booster box opening, the BBO and the CCO YTC. Haven't had one in a while. We're going to do one live.
Sure are. We're going to do one live with the people. Maybe, and I'm just saying, Final Fantasy, party-based game. We're going to be doing it at a party. Will we do it with a party as well? We're not going to know until we get there.
Are there going to be any double suplexes into the pool at the house?
I mean,
who can say?
Probably.
Who can say?
Is anybody going to suplex a train? Yes. I want to make sure Gary does it later today.
Did I make a run the train joke last?
No, not yet.
Okay, I just ripped the arm of this chair.
You have to
Sorry,
wait-
Gary.
You have to wait until we get to the ghost train and the suplex cards when we do our set review proper.
Yeah.
The week after next, we're going to talk about some of the cards in the set. I'll have all the flavor ones is what I'm aiming for. And Ryan's going to have all the good mechanical cards. And then we'll meet in the middle and we're going to see what we come up with.
Oh, yeah, we're going to touch tips. We're going
'Cause
to
I'm-
touch Fs.
I'm not going to lie. I'm so excited. I didn't think I was going to be, but I'm so excited for some of these cards. I don't even care what they do. I don't even give a shit. I'm going to build an Enchantress deck because there's a Final Fantasy VI girl on the card. I'm building an Enchantress deck. And it's going to be Gruul, and it's going to be mediocre.
I know how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And let me reiterate this, sir. Respectfully, you're a fucking nerd.
Yeah, I am. I sure am. Man, I didn't think that they could get me this hype. I just having pictures of things that I like on things that I like.
that's
But here
what
we
it's
are.
about.
They're doing it.
And like I said, we're not going to be overly critical and negative and talk about the excitement that this set costs. We are going to be excited and celebrate because we're nerds and we love to do this and talk about this shit. And
If the set, if the set was really bad,
I think it is bad.
we're going to probably say that. When we get to set review time, we will say that the set is not very good. We're We're going to do that.
I've seen some.
But-
I've certainly seen some cards, and let's get into it. I've certainly seen some cards that are like, whoa,
Shit.
this card's gonna
Yeah.
this card's gonna like break some touchdown records, or
Yeah.
like, oh my god. Also, and this is the vast majority of it, I've said this card has a lot of words on it for not very much action.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, man, there's a lot of words for not a whole bunch of action or power. And it's just like I said last week, are they just trying to make something kind of fit? And it feels not disjointed from art, character name, ability, but it feels a little bit disjointed from this is what Magic and Commander feels like, and what I expect when I play from a gameplay and a socialization standpoint. And they're like adding an extra 5 lines of text, or only do it once a turn, or only on opponent's turn, or once on each turn. It's like, whoa, you've included a bunch of extra words to nerf the power level and make it so I actually have to track it or change my deck building considerations. Now, some people like that. Change my deck building considerations so I can include weird cards, jank cards, lesser played cards.
Yeah.
There's a more powerful sorcery version of this card, but I care about doing it on every person's turn. Turn. I'm going to play the more expensive or less powerful instant to achieve the goal that the card wants me to do. That part I like.
Yes.
Now, to get into it, what I was saying a couple minutes ago,
Okay.
we're going to do the Mardu
That's Final Fantasy 6,
and Esper.
Final Fantasy 14.
Don't be confused with the character Esper, or whatever Esper is.
It would be a creature type.
Oh, I totally knew
In
that.
Final Fantasy 6, they're espers. They're the summoned monsters that come from another realm, and when they die, they're turned into little things. We'll get into that at another date, but
What
not
he
today.
said. Yeah, what you said. Okay, so we've got, and I'm gonna try and do this.
Okay.
Celeste.
No, that's not her. Push the button. I've made all the things. We're gonna start with Final Fantasy 6. Watch on YouTube. It's not there. There it is. Hell yeah, Uncle Brando's super font strikes again, baby.
There we go. Uncle Brando Super Font. You can download it on commandercookout.com. I wish I could say, man, it's $100 for the set of the alphabet.
I mean, if you want it, I'll do it.
I can't charge for font. It's free everywhere on the internet.
Base commander of the deck is Terra, Herald of Hope.
Oh my God, that looks like a sex doll.
Yeah, well, I picked the one that comes in. I picked the arts that come in like the premium decks, just so you can see some of the fanciness that they're
The
doing.
premium
with this set.
decks? Do tell.
Well, there's a premium edition. You think that these cards are expensive in regular? You should see them when they're all foil, full art, and only this type of foil on these cards. Only available
Jesus.
2 sets per premium
Fucking
store.
Christ.
You should see that bullshit because, wow. But we're not here to complain. We're here to talk about Terra, Herald of Hope.
Is that Craig's mom?
Yes.
Yes, in the game, yes it is. That's Craig's mom. Correct. We let the
could
chat
I-
name all of our characters.
Could I call Tara? Could I call her fucking what Herald of Hope? This is Tariff, Herald of Hope, because we're in Canada and
Yeah.
we're getting pounded.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Tariff, Herald of the Homeless is probably what we're all going to be
Oh,
after we
yes.
buy more Magic cards.
Yes, sir.
She's a 3/3 for Mardu. She has Trance. That's her special ability in the game. At the beginning of combat on your turn, mill 2 cards. Terra gains flying until end of turn. That makes sense thematically with the character.
Yeah.
Whenever Terra
Sure.
does combat damage to a player, you may pay 2. When you do, return target creature with power 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So she's a shitty Sun Titan.
She got trance. Okay, so at the beginning of combat on your turn, mill 2 cards.
Right?
I could say I'm listening.
Sure.
I could.
In Mardu is a little...
Well, no, you played white, so you care about that.
white and black here.
Oh my
too.
God, did I just say that?
I know, you said
You're
white.
playing
and-
white, so
yeah.
you could care about that. You're playing black, you definitely care about that.
Yeah.
You could be playing flashback or artifacts in red, so you
Sure.
could care about that. I think from a gameplay standpoint, all of those colors and that ability make sense. Gains flying, sure, that's like secondary in white and black. Maybe secondary in white, tertiary in black, maybe, whatever. Whenever you deal combat damage to a player, that could be all
red.
3 of those colors,
Yeah.
really. Pay 2. When you do return target creature with power 3 or less from your graveyard to the B.
Yep.
That's white and black. There we go. We've covered all of the bases of the 3 colors, and it's a 3/3 for 3, which is like a common thing to see when you're spready 3 colors.
She's going to be my Goblin Commander. I'm turning her into a Goblin deck, just so everybody knows. But here's what I don't like about this.
What?
Here's what I don't like about it.
No, I haven't moved past what you just said yet.
She's going to be a Goblin Commander because every Goblin is powered 3 or less. All of them, except for like Muxus. You can get every Goblin with this.
Oh yeah, heaven forbid Mux is in your graveyard though, and you got any other goblin.
I
in
know,
your deck.
and all that black and white. Hey,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my goodness sakes. But like,
Yeah, heaven forbid you got a Cathar's Crusade.
oops. This is going to be real good. It's going to be a lot of fun. But here's what I don't like about this card. As a face card for a commander, is it essentially tells you all of your creatures are small.
Well, producer Gary and I are used to that.
That's true. But as you would know, it can also be maybe demoralizing or a little bit hindering when you want to go out and you want to pick your weapon. You want to pick the smallest one. Usually you don't.
I tend to think of it as a spy pen. Sleek, sexy, comes with a magnifying glass built in.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Just saying.
You click the thing 3 times and nerve gas shoots out.
Oh, something shoots out if you click it 3 times. I only take 3 clicks.
Oh my goodness sakes. So that's the start of the deck. Let's look at the backup commander. I think that she's probably a little bit more exciting to the people in
The B up C, if I may.
and Shumei.
The B up C. Okay.
Push the button, Ryan. Push the button.
Oh yeah.
Push the button.
Looks like a sex doll again.
Yes, this is the backup commander and the backup hero in the game. Now I'm trying hard to talk about all this stuff without spoiling the game for Gary. So Celeste, we're gonna meet her in the stream today. You have to read it because it's too far from me.
Celeste, Rune Knight. Mardu 1 for a human wizard knight. How can you be a wizard and a knight? How could you be a nerd and a jock?
She's a knight that's been magically infused with magical energy to make her stronger.
Oh,
That's
so
how the
she-
Empire
so she
makes their
takes-
soldiers
So
stronger.
she takes PEDs. She got performance enhancing drugs.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
she
so
is.
it's baseball in the 90s.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's is it Bo? Not Bo Jackson.
Mark McGuire. Let's
Mark
stick with
McGuire,
that.
that's him.
Let's
There
stick
we
with
go.
Mark McGuire. Okay, so it's Mardu 1 for a human wizard, human nerd jock, 4/4. When Celeste enters, discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards +1. That's so fucking good.
Isn't
oh
that
my
good?
god, because you cast it from your command zone.
Yes.
Doesn't even cost you a card to cast it. That's freaking good already.
Yes.
Also, there's 6 more lines of text. Whenever 1 or more other creatures you control enter, if 1 or more of them entered from a graveyard or was cast from a graveyard, put a +1 on each
Yeah.
creature you control.
So you're gonna play this with your
Underwear Breach, Yawgmoth's Will, Sun Titan, Terra, the frickin' sex doll.
Phyrexian or altar and the vampire or the zombie
Gravecrawler.
Gravecrawler.
Infinite +1s.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Oh my god.
That's not bad. That's a pretty good card.
That's pretty good.
Again, is it great in this deck as it's constructed? Yeah, it's fine. All these decks are very well made and they're fine. But I would argue that both of these face commanders show their real strength and their real value as just individual cards at the heads of different decks. Terra in something like Goblins, where things are low to the ground and you can just keep fucking getting them for next to nothing. And Celeste in something maybe with zombies, where you're kind of doing the graveyard recursion action anyway. And now your big dudes that are coming out of the graveyard are getting even bigger just for you doing what you want to be doing. And it lets you load your graveyard up to get them back. It's very good.
Doing what you want to do anyways and discard any number of cards.
Yeah.
I can't stress how important that is. How many times have, and you don't, this is rhetoric, but imagine the card Wheel of Fortune.
Mhm.
each player discards their hand, then draws 7.
Mhm.
How many times have you said, oh, that's fine, except for I have this one card in my hand,
Mhm.
where it's like, God dang, that prevents me from winning the game.
Mhm.
If I go Celeste for 4 and I get to keep the one card, but I still get to draw for that one card because Celeste doesn't actually cost me a card because in my freaking command zone,
Mhm.
this card's mega good.
Yes.
And it gives you access to all 3 graveyard colors. It gives you access to so many combos, and it's a little bit unassuming, and it doesn't strike me right off the bat as being like wizard creature type matters because it's not in blue. It's not a zombie.
It's not a goblin.
It is a knight in Mardu, which
Sure,
is
that's-
relevant.
That's a thing.
It is a human in Boros inclusive colors, which matters.
Mhm.
And the regular art is cool. I like the regular art better. It looks kind of high fantasy, old school Magic art to me. We don't have it on YouTube, but I like this card. I think it's cool.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
I like this lots.
Let's see what you got next. I don't know the order of the cards. I just know all the cards that we're going to be talking about.
Oh yeah, I was going to arrange them. This is the one that I actually want to talk about for flavor reasons. So Gary might want to plug his ears for this one. This is Coin of Fate.
Put your earplugs in. Remember what I was talking about earplugs later or earlier?
Possibly, I think that this is actually possibly one of the most flavorful pieces of art I've ever seen in a Magic card. And maybe it's because I like the property. Maybe it's because this is one of my favorite moments in video gaming. But I really like this card.
Maybe it's because it's got a zoomed up titty.
That's a guy. That's a man.
No kink shaming in the nation. It's still nice. He must work out.
So Edgar's the king of Figaro, if you will. And his brother, Sabin, didn't want to really be king, and Edgar knew that. So they're going to like decide who's going to be the king out of the two of them. And Edgar offers, let's just do a coin toss. You don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So we're going to flip the coin to see who does it. And so Edgar uses one of those trick coins. It's got 2 heads on it.
Oh,
So that he wins. So Coin of Fate, like it wasn't fate at all. And if you look at the art, he's holding the coin and you can see the head. And then if you look in the reflection
and
on
his
his
titty.
armor, it's the other side of the coin.
Oh, I thought that was like stretched tight latex on her titty, but it ain't her and it ain't latex.
It's about the coin, and it's so good. That's just like such a cool moment captured in a card, right? And there's a bunch of those in the set. And like we obviously don't have time to talk about each and every one of them, but I wanted to highlight that one because it's actually one of my most favorite moments.
Hey, I don't hate that. I like that. I appreciate that.
I
And
like that so much.
the other thing I really appreciate about all that is producer Gary was actually in the booth going like this.
Yeah, he was humming with his ears plugged up.
Yeah.
What's the card do?
I have no idea.
We'll have to fucking go down.
No, I got it. When an ETB Surveil 1, and then it's got white 3, tap, exile 2 creature cards from your graveyard, sacrifice this artifact, an opponent chooses one of the exiled cards. You can put that card on the bottom of your library and return the other one to the battlefield tapped.
And you become the monarch.
Sure.
'Cause why
no,
not?
Because
he
king.
becomes
it
the
makes sense.
king, right? That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's so fucking cool.
I thought that part was weird, but now that I know the story, it makes perfect sense.
It makes absolute sense. That's kind of it's a fine card. That's neat. That'll see play in decks.
Ah, fuck. If I ever see that card, I'll be surprised.
Really?
I'll see it in coin flip decks. I'll see it in Monarch decks. I'll see it in Final Fantasy decks, which will basically be every deck you ever play for the next year.
Yep.
But after that, I don't think the card's that good.
Next one.
Next one. Okay.
Next card.
Here we go.
Cyan, Vengeful Samurai.
Cyan. Yeah, this guy should be. Cyan is actually like teal blue, and this guy not teal blue.
No, he's not teal blue at all.
No, not teal blue.
Yeah.
No, he looks like he's jacked though.
He is.
This card's actually pretty cool. It's a 3/3 human samurai for white 6.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, what is this? 1993?
I know, right?
What the hell?
What that goddamn
Okay,
hell.
so he costs 1 less for each creature in your graveyard.
Yep.
So he costs white.
Yep.
If you're doing it right.
That's right.
White if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Also, whenever one or more creatures leave your graveyard, put a +1 on him.
Yep.
See Gravecrawler example from earlier. He's infinite big.
Yes. It's pretty cool. It's a fine card. Again, all flavor. I don't think that he's an amazing card, but I actually think that they did catch the flavor of the character very well in the card because his family gets killed, and then he gets all enraged and goes out to fight everybody. That's
him getting big.
That's the him being big for less mana because he's super mad because everybody is dead. And then there's a scene where he sees his family as ghosts leaving, and then he comes to terms with their deaths and becomes stronger. So like they tell a little story on the card, which I do like, although it does kind of make
like that.
a subpar Magic card.
Well, I'll hit you with this.
Because without the story, nobody was ever going to play this fucking card.
I'll hit you with this. If this card was printed in Commander 2016, you'd play this card in a heartbeat. If it was printed in 2016, it would have partner and it would be 2 colors.
Yep.
And now, instead of being your partner commander, they're just like, nobody's playing this card as a commander. So let's make it 1 color so you can put it in more decks. Let's put this card in more decks, and any deck that has white in it and cares about creatures entering or leaving the graveyard is going to want this card. And it makes it more inclusive as like a strategic card in a deck. Instead of like, oh, it's legendary, I'm going to build around it. Because ain't nobody building around this
Nobody's building around Cyan.
Yeah.
Nope. Go on.
Oh,
General Leo Christoph, baby.
yeah, this is like a Spanish Matador, Colonel Guile.
Yes.
Did I get there?
Yes. Let me hit. I'm going to hit Gary and some of the nerds out there with a little thing. This guy, this might be a gaming hot take, was Eris from Final Fantasy VII before Eris did it. And Ryan doesn't know what that means.
I totally do.
He doesn't know what that means, but a lot of the gamers out there do. And
Like
General Leo was my Eris when I was growing up because I wanted him to come back to life so bad, and he doesn't.
Yeah, I wanted that too.
Yeah.
So this guy is a human soldier, white 4, 2/2. When General Leo
Leo.
Sure. Enters, return any 1 target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard, then put a +1 counter on each creature control. I've noticed, like, reviewing the set, even just in the commander decks, lots of each creature control. I think that's where this set's going to make its power. It's going to make its power in building go-wide strategies and or slotting individual cards like General Leo. Can you imagine Keel's cat with 1 eye on here?
Oh, that'd be neat. Yeah.
Fitting cards into go-wide strategies or building go-wide strategies with them. And in maybe the last year and a half of Commander gameplay that I've done, I've noticed a lot of just value and go-wide strategies in our local meta.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We are in the synergy era of Commander.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
And sometimes just slapping somebody's lips off is the way to go. Look at my synergy. Yeah, take fucking 100.
What you said.
Yeah.
Next card. Okay, so this clown-looking guy,
That's Kafka.
he can calf out of here. Man, I'm not a fan of whatever he is.
Why? He's such a good villain, dude. Oh my god.
He's a villain. Okay, sure.
He's the villain of the piece, my dude. They're alphabetical by color.
Okay. Exile each opponent's graveyard. That's good. It's instant for 4.
Yep.
That's actually good. And when you do, choose up to 1 target creature exiled like this way.
Yep.
And then you can cast it.
For free.
Fucking whatever.
You get it for free, and it's an artifact, but it loses all of its other creature types.
Sure.
So you could get your opponent's Crater Hoof if they somehow didn't win after playing it, and then it also died also somehow. And then it comes into play as like just an artifact called Crater Hoof Behemoth. All your dudes get big, and then they attack. Or whatever. You can get a Seedborn Muse, you can get a whatever you want, and you just have an artifact that does kind of the same gimmick as that.
This card's actually good.
This is a good card.
This card would be fine if you just got something out of somebody's graveyard.
Yeah.
It'd be fine. It'd be like Zombify, but cheaper and an instant.
Yes.
Hello. But it also exiles graveyards.
It gets all of their graveyards, but not yours.
Can I say something?
Yes.
This is a $28 Magic card.
Well, for right now, it won't be 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, but it's got that clowny guy on it that people are like, I want it.
He's the best villain in
What's
all
his
of
name?
Final Fantasy.
KFC?
Kefka.
Kefka?
Kefka.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's Colonel Sanders. Get in your graveyard.
I can't even tell you why he's the best, so I'll ruin it for Gary. But people out there know he is one of the best video game villains of all time.
Yeah.
One of the most villainous human beings. Dude, I'm going to get, when we get to his card later, I'm going to tell you a story that's going to even make you want to play the fucking game.
Best video game villains of all time?
Absolutely.
Better than your mother's huge ass?
Even better. Much eviler and more poisonous.
Whoa.
More poisonous than a huge ass. Next card.
Would I want it to smother me to death?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. No, he's not that kind of...
I want to play this card.
I knew you'd be
I
excited
wanna
about
play this
the Falcon
frickin'
airship restored.
Okay, Falcon Airship Restored. This is a legendary artifact vehicle, 4/3 for black, 2 flying, so it's already good.
Mhm.
Vehicles that fly, immediately better than vehicles that don't fly, because
Yes.
flying is good.
Yes.
Okay. When the fucking Falcon,
Yeah.
deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to the B.
Neat.
That's good already.
That's a good card.
That's reanimate on a vehicle, which
Yes.
doesn't actually exist yet, which is cool. If it's in your graveyard, you go black 4, return it to the battlefield tapped.
Yep.
And it's 4/3 flyer for 3, crew 2. It only got crew 2.
And I'm not sure why it has it has the return guys from the G to the B, because that's what the deck does.
Yes.
But the ship itself crashes,
Mhm.
and then they find it later where it crashed and restored it and bring it back to life. And it's like the big hope that they're
Oh,
gonna use
yeah. Resto
to bring on
mod.
the bad
Yeah.
guy. Yeah. So that's kind of
yeah.
where the death and rebirth cycle happen of the ship. So again, a cool little story beat there.
Yeah, you're a nerd.
I know.
I want to play this card.
Good.
All right. Interceptor Shadow's Hound.
Yeah, Shadow is the ninja on the card there. And
Yeah,
Interceptor
that
is his
doesn't make
dog
sense.
friend.
That doesn't make any sense.
What?
I don't know. Assassins you control have Menace. It has Menace. It's a 4/3 for 4. Whenever you attack with one or more legendary creature, you may pay black 2. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the B, attacking.
Yeah.
So he's like a comeback from Death Dog?
Yes. Well, when somebody attacks Shadow, sometimes Interceptor will come and take the hit for him,
Oh.
and then just fucking toast whatever hit him.
Huh?
Holy shit.
He
Oh,
gets
yeah.
angry.
Oh, yeah.
Protects his owner.
Uh-huh.
Man's best friend.
Big time.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
good boy.
He has like the biggest knife. Like he doesn't have, you can't see it in the picture there, but he's got big knife, and he will put it in your face.
Who has big knife?
The dog.
Dog has knife.
Dog has knife.
Is it strapped to his head?
Yes. He holds it in his mouth. Fights with it.
Or like a pirate?
Oh, yeah.
Pirate dog.
It's awesome.
My story, I'm sticking to it. Okay, this card, this is Rejoin the Fight. And I think that this card is actually expensive too. This is $26 magic card.
It's a good one. It's good.
I think that this card might be okay.
Mhm.
This is, as far as magic cards go in Commander, it's a sorcery for black 5.
6.
Is that good?
No, but the
Okay.
card itself is good.
Okay. Mill 3 cards.
I'm listening.
Okay. Then, starting with the next opponent in turn order, each opponent chooses a creature card in my graveyard that hasn't been chosen yet.
Yes. So
Then
they can't all like
Pick the same one.
pick the same guy. Yeah.
If I got 3 creatures in my graveyard, I'm getting, and this is what the card does, get 3 creatures back to the battlefield.
Yeah.
That's 6 mana to get 3 guys.
It's pretty good.
That's animate dead, animate dead, animate dead, all in one.
Yep.
But you gotta cast it for 6.
And you get
And your opponents freaking choose.
you get your 3 worst dudes. But I think that this is a card that you're gonna see played maybe in this deck. It's not very good, but in decks where you can craft and put certain things into your bin,
Mm-hmm.
I think you could play this.
I like this with Dread Return Flashback, sack 3 dudes, reanimate something, and then cast this
Get the
because
3 dudes back.
because Dread Return costs 0.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, I got 6 mana left. I guess I'll cast Rejoin the Fight and get my 3 guys back, and now I got 4.
Yeah. Well, you turn 2 Buried Alive, turn 3 this, and get the 3 creatures you searched for into play, and then you win.
Ooh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Buried Alive, good card.
Buried Alive, very good Magic card. And I mean, this costs 6, but it's very cool. Also, very interesting story element pictured there. That's Terra in Esper mode. Transform, if you will. And then there's Celeste and Saban. They're also there in the game. And the hand is a big ogre guy named Poon Baba, who's trying to kill all these kids. And it's freaking cool.
Hand Poon. Poon hand job.
Poon hand Luke.
I haven't moved past frickin' Buried Alive getting 3 guys and then getting them to join the fight. Man, I haven't moved past that yet. That's pretty good.
That's a good one, man. That's a good ass freaking thing. Next card, Ryan.
$26 good?
No.
Okay.
It'll be $5.
Sure. Shadow Mysterious Ass in.
You'll notice that Interceptor is behind him there in the picture.
Oh yeah. I noticed that they don't have partner.
They should, and I don't know why they don't.
Because we do have partner in this deck.
In this set there is partner. I don't know why they don't have it.
Are we being hypercritical?
No, that's a legitimate thing that they should have as partner.
Maybe because they're both black and they don't want to do partner with, and it's still just a mono black deck. Like, what's the point?
Because it's flavorful and awesome.
Why
does Coin of Fate make you the monarch? Flavor, not because it makes sense.
Should Interceptor have a companion, if not partner?
No, he should have partner with Shadow.
Okay, so Death Touch 3/3 human assassin for 3. It's already good.
Yeah.
Relevant creature types, good mana cost, and good ability. When Shadow deals combat damage to it's got throw.
That's his special move in the game.
This is special move in the game, throw. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice another non-land permanent. If you do, draw 2 cards, and each opponent loses life equal to the mana value of the sacrificed permanent.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I really like throwing something big with this.
Yeah, Leviathan.
Well, how do we cheat something into play and then get big thing?
Return to the fight.
Rejoin the fight.
Rejoin the fight.
How do we cheat something in?
Sneak attack.
I was thinking sneak attack, but then this guy's not your commander. And it's not a mono black fling deck, which I'm sure somebody in the nation's going to build. Because we do have other things where you do have black fling. There's like fairy. What's the fairy or the card from Shadowmoor?
Something consumption.
Consuming consumption. We're going with it.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, you sacrifice a creature and it deals damage equal to, or lose life equal to sacrifice creature's power or whatever.
Yeah.
That's literally fling, but in black. And now we have attacky Bryon Stoutarm in mono black. Like this is a cool card because we don't have something like this yet.
Yeah, it's new. It's unique. It's fun. One of my favorite characters in the game too.
Oh, yeah? Never heard of her.
Of course not. You haven't played the game.
Siegfried and Roy, famed swordsman.
Shouldn't even be here, but here he is.
Well, should we move on? When he enters mill 3, then put a +1 on Siegfried, where X is twice the number of creature cards in your graveyard.
He's just a big idiot for 4 with Menace.
I'm moving on.
Whatever, it's fine.
I don't like this. This is weird. Why is he running like this?
Why
is his name Gao?
His name's Gao because that's like a sound that he heard. He was raised by like wolves and cats and monsters and fucking giant robots that live in the plains of Africa.
I don't know.
After his psychopathic father abandoned him to die, and he raised himself.
Why does he have clothes on? Why is his hair green? What animal makes the sound Gao?
Well, okay, fantasy animal makes sound Gao. He's wearing clothes because the games were meant for not naked people games. What was the other question you asked?
Why is his hair green?
Why is his hair? Because his hair is fucking green. Final Fantasy.
I have no fantasy about green-haired men wearing clothes named Gao.
What about an angry dog growling and getting punched in the nuts?
Yeah.
Growl.
There you go. See?
A dog outside the door just growled when producer Gary growled.
See, it's perfect. What does this card do, Ryan?
Okay. Human Berserker. I don't even know what that means. 2/2 for 2. Cuckoo. He is the walrus. Maybe that's where he heard Gao, because that's what walruses say. Whenever he attacks, put a +1 counter on him.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. At the beginning of each end step, if a card left your graveyard this turn, Gao, deals damage equal to its power to each opponent.
There you go.
I actually don't hate that.
Yeah.
Each opponent is the key there.
Yes.
You make this guy big, like let's say you give him plus X plus O with an XO spell, or you do like a Screaming Fury to make him a 7/2,
Yeah.
and then you flash something back, or Bajuka Bog yourself. Oh, best play in Magic. Bajuka Bog myself. My guy's a 7/2. I got a damage doubler. Everybody take 14.
You're thinking too small, man. What if you use your underwear breach to
Oh.
flash back your hatred and turn him into a fucking 40/40 by sacrificing 38 of your own life? And then because 3 cards left your bin at the end of the turn, you just win the game.
That's pretty good.
How about that?
Underwear breach with this guy, very good.
Yes.
Very good, because you could just frickin' you don't even need hatred. Frick, you got too many colors, my dude. Underwear breach, and just start exiling stuff from your graveyard and cast and sacrifice a frickin' Ornithopter or Phyrexian Walker and everything leaving your graveyard because you're gonna frickin' unearth it or whatever. No, what's underwear breach do? The
Escape.
escape. Yeah, not unearth. Escape. Or past in flames. And just start casting stuff. Rituals. This guy's a storm commander.
There you go.
Get some Bergie in there.
See, he's good.
Ooh.
Telling you, underrated in the game and by you in the card.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to play him when me and Gary are playing though. He's hard to use and takes too much time.
He would be hard to use, and he is that deck.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's that deck, and we're gonna frickin' see it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see Gal for sure. We are. Son of a bitch.
I don't hate it though.
That's good. That's
I don't.
good.
I don't
I'm telling
hate
you.
it. I don't hate it because at the beginning.
You just hate the picture.
What
you
if,
shouldn't.
what if somebody removes him like in your second main phase? Oh, hold on, before you move to end step,
Then you cry.
and then you cry.
And you just die a little on the
You
instant.
cry.
You deflecting swat it. That's what you do.
Ooh, yeah. Then you're not playing a 2 like we have a Precon here.
That's
we're
correct.
We're playing a 3.
If you're underwear breach hatreding somebody, you're not playing a fucking 2, bro. Go Mysterious Mimic, possibly my favorite character in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
He looks awesome.
I wanna go to a nightclub and see this guy dance. He's a 2/2 wizard for 4, which sounds an awful lot like whenever you cast or copy a spell, you make a treasure token. What's that guy called?
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. Yeah, everybody knows. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have Go-Go become a copy of another target creature you control until end of turn, except its name is Go-Go, Mysterious Mime. If you do, Go-Go and each of the creature, they both get +2/+0 and gain what, menace? Haste.
Yep.
Hmm.
That's fucking cool. See, in the game, Go-Go can do all the things that your other party members can do. So, who gives a shit about any of that? Because it's a mono red clone.
Oh no! You know what I actually really like about Go-Go?
He could be Nora number 2.
No,
Oh.
no. Uncle Brando.
Oh.
See, you do the thing
Uh-huh.
where I'm going to say like polymorph and polymorph type effects.
Uh-huh.
And the only thing you can polymorph into is something like Blightsteel Colossus.
Sure.
And you go down through your deck, polymorphing or transmuting or whatever the word is these days, whatever the kids are saying. And then you say, oh, look at that. That's funny. Blightsteel or Ulamog or something of that ilk.
Sure.
Oh, I'm going to have Go-Go become a copy of it.
Yes.
Maybe not Ulamog because he's legendary.
Nah, because it's still Go-Go Mysterious Mime. So you get 2.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Ulamog, Blightsteel.
Haste.
Now I have 2 of them.
And they're bigger.
And they're bigger. And they have haste. And I'm going to kill 2 people. And it's turn 4.
Yes.
Or 3.
Yeah.
Or,
Go-Go.
Or if they unban Mana Crypt and Jewel Lotus, turn 2.
Turn 1, baby.
Turn 1, baby. Oh, Go-Go.
Yeah. See, Go-Go.
Oh.
Go-Go. Good.
I like good Go-Go and good go and good.
Next card. There we go.
Sabin Master Monk. Hey, bonus points for creature typing here. This guy's a monk. I'm actually going to play this card.
I thought this is Edgar's brother. Remember I told you about like the coin flip dude?
Never heard of her.
This is the other guy that didn't want to be king.
Oh.
And so he took off on his own. No, I was hoping he would actually have Blitz because that's his move in the game, and it's also a keyword in Magic. Alas, he does not.
Have Blitz?
Well, he has Blitz, but not the keyword Blitz, where you blitz him in and then he blitzes the shit. Yes, he does.
He got fucking Blitz, Uncle Brando.
Yeah, he does have
This
Blitz.
guy got Blitz. They could have, you know what?
I focused too much on the coming out of the graveyard thing, and I forgot that.
You know what would have been so funny? Okay, you know how they do those like ability words in the italics?
Uh-huh.
And it's like throw or whatever that assassin guy had?
Yeah.
Okay, what if they did that and said Blitz in italics?
And they didn't have Blitz?
And then he also had Blitz, the keyword.
Oh, that would be so good.
So he has Blitz 2 times. Yeah, so he's a 4/3 human noble monk for 5.
Yep.
4/3, double strike.
Yep.
So he hits you for 8,
That's right.
which is pretty freaking
pretty
cool. Yeah.
freaking okay.
Okay, so he got splits. Red to discard a card. So you discard a card and pay 4, and if you do, you can cast him and he gains haste. And at the end of turn, you sacrifice him, and you also draw a card.
draw a
right, with
card.
Bliss. Yeah. And you may cast this from your graveyard using its Blitz ability.
There we go.
So you can get him back. And what I really like is when you blitz him, he gains haste. He's got 3 toughness and he's got double strike. So if you play him in the Archimandrite Archimandrite, because he's a monk and he has double strike, if I like play him and he has haste and then I gain 10 life, he'll actually hit you for like
28.
24, and you make him a 14 and he goes 28. Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
And how math works.
Oh my God, can you imagine if I freaking gained 20 life in a turn?
Pretty
I'd be
good.
getting freaking hit for 84.
It'd be fine. It's a good card, is what I'm trying to say.
I like this card.
One of the more OP characters in the game. I don't think that's quite on display here, but he's pretty fucking good.
No, but he does have double strike.
Yeah.
And there's actually a bunch of cards in this set that have double strike.
yeah.
Double strike and +1s to all your guys, yeah. Snort?
I am so pumped
Snort?
that this is on a card.
Snort.
Yes. Snort.
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 This is a $15 magic card. I'm
That's-
just throwing that out there.
That's Mr. Chupon. That's the little flying pink guy.
Okay.
And Ultros. That's the octopus, who, by the way, is flying next to the airship. How's that happening? Who cares? Because it's awesome. One of the best villain combos in all of video games, taking on our heroes. That's Cock or Lock on the deck of the Blackjack, not the Falcon. That's the other airship that you get. And then other things happen on the card.
I love Blackjack Cox.
I'm sure you do. This is a sorcery for red 3. What's it do, Ryan?
Each player may discard their hand, then draw 5 cards. Then Snort deals 5 damage to each opponent who discarded their hand this way.
Yeah.
And flashback for red 5. So it costs 4, and then it costs 6 to flashback, and you can redraw your hand essentially.
It's like a soft little wheel that also 5s your opponent.
A soft little blackjack cock.
Yeah.
Uh,
With Ultros on it. I can't stress enough that Ultros is on this card. As of right now, there hasn't been an official Ultros card spoiled, so this might be as close as I get, and I'm very excited.
yeah, me too. I kind of want to play this in my Cascade deck. Because
Yeah.
I'm kind of transforming that deck right now, and this feels like a Cascade card, even though generally I have lots of cards in my hand in that deck, and I wouldn't want to discard and draw 5.
Yeah, dump them all.
Because it's like,
The next 5 are better.
yeah, but are they?
Every time.
I can't argue.
That's right.
I can't argue.
I know.
Lots of times,
That's right.
like every time.
Yeah.
The next 5, especially in my gambling deck,
Yeah.
when we're going to Las Vegas.
That's right.
I should probably just put this in.
Yes.
This is how magic works, people.
Yes, it's a slot machine. And then it, instead of hitting the thing where you win, it hits the thing where you lose, and you have to restart. And
Oh,
you
no.
save for a long time.
Never lose. I never lose in my Cascade deck because I'm always cascading.
There you go.
And I'm wheeling, I'm dealing, I'm scrying.
What's the next card, Ryan?
Stargo?
Strago and Realm.
Strago and Realm.
That's right.
I don't I don't know what that does. I don't know.
Only if you read it.
I suppose if I read it, I'll know. Human Wizard for red 2, 1/3. It's got stack and go.
Sketch and lore.
Sketch and lore. Okay, sure. It's got red 2 tap. Target opponent exiles cards to the top of their library until they exile an instant, sorcery, or creature card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. If you cast a creature this way, it gains haste and you bin it at the end of turn.
Yeah.
This is maybe the third theme that I've seen in this set is getting stuff from opponents' graveyards or from opponents' decks.
Yeah.
And I know that that's kind of a design space we've seen more of recently.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like it. I know that you do.
I do. I love that
I'm
shit.
not sure I like it because it adds a whole bunch of time to the game. Like, I'm starting to play with other people's shit, so I don't know what any of this stuff does.
Well,
And
learn.
it slows. Learn fucking 30,000 magic cards.
Just
you
know every
noob.
card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quit being a dumbass.
Yeah.
It just slows games down. Not that I'm a proponent for like fast games, and not that I'm adverse to a 2 or 3 hour game.
Yeah.
But a 2 or 3 hour game because action's happening is different than a 2 hour game when I have to read every single card on my battlefield because none of them are mine.
Yeah, it's fine.
That would be my criticism of that card.
I make Rev go fast.
Yeah.
And that plays only my opponent's cards. It goes pretty quick. And I like this one. I'm going to put this in Norin.
I don't think that card's very good. Summon Esper Vera Vala Gina.
Close.
Belladamanda.
Thank you. Valagramanda. That's the Esper in the cave in Narsh that you meet.
It hasn't come out of the cave yet.
That awakens
Well, they will,
Terra's latent power a little bit and gives us control of her right at the beginning of the game.
Oh, ooh, spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
3/3 flying haste for 4.
And our first instance of Enchantment Creature Saga. Enchantment Creature Saga Drake. They did it with a land, and it became Urza's Saga, the land enchantment card that was not overpowered at all.
Not even a little bit.
Not at all. So this is a flying haste 3/3 for 4. Chapter 1, exile an instant or sorcery card from each graveyard.
Neat.
This is okay. I don't hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chapters 2, 3, and 4 add red for each lore counter on the saga, and you can use that mana to cast said exiled bullshit.
Yes. You can cast one of the spells exiled with it each turn. Which is pretty cool.
Could I cast just like regular stuff from my hand with that mana?
Also, yes.
I like that better in decks that care about making red mana over and over on each turn. It's probably a hyper specific card that I want to cast from my own hand, and I don't really care about whatever you're doing.
You might get somebody's force of will to like protect your own shit.
This feels a little bit like Braid of Fire to me, and I say to you, when was the last time you didn't want to cast something from your own hand with Braid of Fire? When did I want Braid of Fire? Well, when I wanted to cast my own shit over and over or have a whole ton of extra mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels a little bit Braid of Fire-y to me, but slower and not as good.
Well, I mean, Braid of Fire only gives you the opportunity to cast things in your upkeep.
Oh, yeah?
In only instance, yeah.
Yeah, good thing
Which
red
one
doesn't
help?
have any.
Yeah, I know,
instance.
right?
Yeah. Oh, this guy. He's a Yeti.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Umaro.
Umaro Raging Yeti.
I'm going to critique. I know I said last week I wasn't going to critique like the flavor and
Yeah.
they did it wrong. Umaro should attack every turn if able. And anybody who's played the game will agree with me on
Oh,
that.
yeah, he's just a...
That's what he does. He attacks every time he's able to. You can't even tell him not to. He fucking attacks every turn.
Because
And-
Final Fantasy turn-based game.
Yes.
I understand. Okay, so he's a 6-mana 6/6 Trampler. Ooh, Uncle Brando listening?
Yeah, I am very listening.
Okay, I actually like this card. At the beginning of your turn, choose one at random. Uh-oh. Other creatures you control. Other creatures. All of them?
Yes.
+3/+0.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that. Okay. Also, discard your hand, then draw 4.
Yeah, fucking A, baby. Wheel for me.
I don't hate that either. And this is, for some reason, the removal spell on it is the worst one.
Yeah.
Deals 5 damage to any target.
To anything.
It's lightning bolt for 5. And that's the worst
It's
one.
lava axe or whatever the hell it is. This is such a good
Can you
card.
imagine the go wide? This should be your goblin commander. Can
Like
you imagine
cooking.
have 10 guys and you're like, oops, I guess I just have 30 more power.
I guess die.
This guy's good.
Oh, yeah, he's super good.
But is that random? This guy's gonna go in your what's the Ruhan of the Fomori decks that care about being random, but it's Jess guys, so you get more colors.
Oh, yeah.
That's where this guy's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheldon Menery was a big Ruhan of the Fomori because it took away a lot of the bullshit that is like choosing and
who do
it's
you
just
pick to
random
attack?
and fun, right?
Yeah, the game just does it for you.
Yeah. Bannon, Bacon
Bacon the Returner Leader.
the Returner Leader. Bannock the Returner Leader. Okay, this guy was almost cool. I would almost play this guy, but he's the wrong colors for me. It's a 1/3 human cleric rebel for white red. Okay.
Rebel.
He got prey.
That's his ability in the game.
Prey like prey like you're hunting something. It's your prey.
No, like pray like to the divine. And then it casts cure on your party.
Once during each of your turns, you may cast a creature spell from among cards in your graveyard that were put there from anywhere other than the battlefield this turn. That's kind of weird.
That's a very awkward.
That's weird.
thing.
So I got to mill myself in Boros or return from exile
Yeah, that's weird.
or cast something with flashback where it goes like,
That's a weird one.
Yeah, that's weird. Also, whenever you attack, you may pay 1 and discard a card if you do draw a card. There's a draw engine in Boros where you got to pay 1 to draw. Like this card is good because you can start attacking and paying 1 when you just have throwaway chip in creatures and chip in mana.
The extra lands. Or in this deck, obviously you're trying to load up your graveyard with some shit. So like,
Yeah.
it kind of enables the deck's strategy. But I would suggest outside of the deck, I don't think this is a very good card.
I bet you this card's going to get really good when people start to figure out all the little tricks with it.
Yeah,
It's going to
smarter-
be the kind of deck where there's going to be 140 different cards that all do a different thing that care about going into the graveyard from not the battlefield.
Yeah.
It's going to be from exile. It's going to be discard. It's going to be wheel.deck, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be mill in Boros. It's going to be self-milled Boros. It's like, oh, this feels like a Muldrotha deck. Ah. Right? And it's going to be like that. And you know who's going to do it? It's going to be all filler, no chiller Miller. He's going to be like, this is my fucking Muldrotha deck that's
Mildrotha, yeah.
Muldrotha deck, but it's Boros. And people are going to be like,
What the fuck?
huh?
And then he's going to blow him out with it. And then he's
Oh,
going to hit him
yeah.
in the head with a hammer and give him a spin kick.
All of those. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they think I'm kidding. I'm not.
Edgar.
Remember the coin?
Yes.
With the boob? That's his boob.
I thought this is a girl, which would have checked out. I guess guys can have boobs too. No kink shaming
Yeah.
in the nation, or body shaming if you got boobs. It's fine. I like boobs. Okay, this is a human artificer noble, good creature type artificer. I always care about that.
Yes.
Okay, this is a 2/4 for 4. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an artifact spell from your G. If you cast a spell this way, that artifact enters tapped.
Neat.
Yeah, sure.
That's
Lots
fine.
of times I don't care about that. My Phyrexian altar still works.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, it got tools.
That's his ability in the game.
Tools. Okay, so he's got boobs and tools. Okay. Whenever Edgar attacks, it gets +X+0 until end of turn, where X is the greatest mana value among artifacts you control.
Cool.
He attacks, he gets big.
Yep.
So I got a 3-drop mana rock. He attacks for 5.
Yeah. Fine.
If I have a
If you have a Sword of Warren piece, he attacks for 7 and you untap all your shit and everybody just draws a card.
what's Argentum armor? 6?
6.
He would attack for 8 and be indestructible?
14, because the Argentum armor also makes him big. Doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's going to do some work, I
Yes,
think.
I
This
think he-
guy's going to smack
Yes,
some lips.
He's very good. He will
This-
put dinks in dirt and then step on
He's
them.
going to turn dinks into bookmarks.
Yes.
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 That's the Edgar strategy.
Here's
here it
your
is.
boy. Here's your boy.
my boy Kefka. Okay.
You want to read him?
No, it's too many words.
Probably can't. Too
Can't
small.
even read. Kefka Dancing Man. Let me tell you why this is so fucking cool.
Okay, I'm ready.
When you see a great big tower in a video game, the final boss, the last temple, the last level, the last tower, what do you do? You go in the door and you climb up the top of the tower until you reach the main villain at the top. Am I right? I'm correct.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VI is different.
I would also posit that in any fantasy genre, anything, that is the case.
Yes.
The giant tower has the evil wizard in it. You got to go fight him at the top.
Not Final Fantasy VI. You land on the roof and you work your way down to the bottom, way into like the sub-basement where Kefka lives. Okay? And then you fight this evil villain that's done so much villainy and so much terrible things to all of your characters. He's such a bad man. And Dancing Mad is the name of the theme that plays, and it's a 19-minute orchestral masterpiece that, in the sounds of it, takes you through the steps of a video game boss battle that takes place in 4 movements or stages, one of which where you fight the devil in hell, then the Legion in purgatory, then like Saint Michael in heaven, and in the last movement, the last crescendo of the song, God descends upon you, because it's a JRPG and you always kill God at the end. Mm-hmm. Except it's not God, it's Kefka, who fancies himself the god of the world that he's created. And it's this horrible, tragic thing, and then you fuck his life up, and it's awesome.
Whoa.
And that's just from the fucking name line.
That's pretty cool.
This is really cool. If you have 20 minutes, listen to the song. It's actually really, really good.
Yeah, I've totally listened to it.
The Tokyo Philharmonic Orchestra did like a full rendition of it at the show. It's really, really impressive. It's a really good song. Piece of real live music, but like a chip to it. It's so good. Anyway, what does the card do, Ryan?
Saint Michael and Michael, different people.
Michael, the angel.
Yeah, that guy. Yes. Okay, he's a 6/6 for 7. Rakdos and 5.
I'm listening.
Ooh. Human wizard.
Nah.
Not God?
Nah.
Sure. Human wizard, relevant creature types. During your turn, KFC is indestructible. Kefka, indestructible. At the beginning of your end step, exile a card at random from each opponent's graveyard. You may cast any number of spells from among the exiled cards this way, but without paying their mana cost. Each player who owns a spell you cast this way loses life equal to its mana value. Yeah. So, okay, how do I trigger that? At the beginning of my end step, I just have to have this guy.
Yeah.
And then I say, cast your biggest thing, cast your biggest thing, cast your biggest thing, and...
You get them at random, so it's like...
random.
Give me your shit. Okay, I'm gonna...
I still get 3 things.
Yep.
They're at random. I wonder if you just like build a deck designed to get him out. This feels a lot like, who's the guy Corey plays that costs 7 in Rakdos?
Karavek the Merciless.
Karavek the Merciless wants this guy and vice versa.
Yeah.
And I can play targeted graveyard removal, like get rid of 1 card at a time to only leave your biggest stuff. Mm-hmm. And you don't care about lands because you can't cast lands.
Yeah.
And not only do you get 3 spells a turn, so it's like a hyper crazy super Phyrexian arena, but also you get to frickin'
and you burn your opponents alive with it.
Burn your opponents alive. Yeah.
You roast them on the spit.
I love spit roasting.
And
Eiffel Towering.
Set you up for that one.
Yeah.
I think this is cool. Like, it's not game breaking. It's not, oh, this should be banned. It's too good. But I think it's a really cool card. And I'm excited to see it in the wild. I think it's going to be cool.
Over the last little while, I've come to appreciate cards that are very high power, like very high ceiling. But what's this guy going to do? Like,
he might exile 3 lands and do nothing.
During my turn, I can't kill it. So, or during your turn, I can't kill it. So at the end of FU Smitty's turn, it's like, hold on, before you start your turn, I'll path to exile it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could path to exile it on my turn too.
Oh, yeah, okay. I can't
you can't go for the throw to the Terminator.
I can't terminate. Yeah, exactly. But so it turns a small subsection of my targeted removal off.
Yeah.
As if I wasn't going to bounce it or counterspell it anyways if I'm playing blue, or play Swords or Path if I'm playing white. Like, not to downplay the card because it does have that high power
Oh,
level.
it dies to removal. It
it-
sucks. Well, okay. I
Yeah,
guess. All creatures are
yeah,
bad then.
Yeah, all creatures are bad, especially like Baneslayer Angel. That was the dice to removal kind of
Yeah.
martyr. It's like casting the new Ulamog where you mill half your library and it gets Annihilator equal to your biggest shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna lose to that card if you don't get rid of it. Just like this card.
Yeah.
And I think that as the leader of your commander deck for 7 mana,
Yeah.
that's totally fine. You're going to lose to my 3 mana commander if you don't remove it. That's commander.
Yeah.
That's why and how you build decks.
That's right.
So I like it.
I like this guy. I think
And
I'm excited to see this guy in play.
If it's flavorful and if it's cool and people like it and it like brings them joy because it's part of their game, that's cool.
It is, and we do.
And I'm just going to fucking counterspell it.
Next card, Ryan.
Counterspell. Just kidding.
Lock.
Lock.
Cock, if
Treasure
you will.
Hunter. Cock Hunter.
This is
Okay.
the Cockney guy that I.
A 2/3 human rogue for 3. Rakdos and 1. Blocks by creature with greater. He's got Skulk.
Yeah.
He's got Skulk, sure. And also he's got Mug. Mean Mug in that treasure chest. Sure. When he attacks, each player mills a card. If a land card was milled this way, you get a treasure, and you may cast a spell from among those cards that got milled.
Yeah.
That's fine. He like steals your shit.
Yeah. He's a thief. Treasure hunter. He's a treasure hunter. They call him in the game.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's a cool card. I like that. Is he going to head a bunch of decks? I probably not, but I think it's cool. I'm going to play with it.
Attack triggers, double triggers, treasure decks, token decks. Yeah.
Cool.
I see him going in what's the guy that everybody plays? Cast from Exile, get a treasure.
Prosper?
Prosper. He feels like Prosper to me.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll go in Prosper decks. Maybe he'll be Prosper 2.0.
He'll be like low power Prosper.
Yes.
Because he has to attack and he's small. So, like, you got to jump through the hoop of making him not eat shit every time he attacks somebody. So,
I love hoops. Tell you that much. Oh,
there's too many words on this card.
I don't understand.
He's like, Moogles are the.
Moogle warrior?
Yeah, he's
What
like
are we doing? What is this fucking Pokemon?
He's
Like,
a
what are we doing?
breakdancer. He's like the mascot of the Final Fantasy series, is the Moogle. And Mog is the one that can talk.
I bet you
so he's
people
there.
were just waiting for us to talk about this card.
Because they want us to read all those fucking words.
No, because it's like, oh my god, he's so cute. I named my dog that, and oh my god, and I have a stuffy of this, and this is my first ever tattoo, and it's like, my Final Fantasy isn't showing. That's what's happening.
What the fuck does he do, Ryan?
Oh my god, you're gonna.
I can't read
I was
it.
trying to avoid it. This is our first time we've ever seen the Moogle creature type.
Yep.
Moogle warrior for Boros and 1 lifelink 1/2. He got dance at the beginning of your end step. Each player may discard a card. Each player who discarded a card this way draws a card. So everybody does that if they want. If a creature was discarded this way, you get a 1/2 Moogle white creature token.
With lifelink.
Sure.
lifelink.
If a non-creature was discarded this way, you put a +1 on each Moogle you control.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's fine.
This is all one ability. So it's not whenever an opponent discards a card.
Yeah,
it's
not-
at the beginning of each of your end steps.
It's not. What is that? What's the enchantment? Waste not. It's not waste not.
It ain't waste not. It's not like Mog can't be a Wheel of Fortune deck.
Yeah.
And when you discard stuff, I get just like 100 guys, or they all get huge.
And that's important.
That
'cause
is important because that would be very powerful.
That'd be too good, especially in wheel colors, right? Like,
yeah.
here's the wheel thing in wheel colors. Let's do it.
But now it's like, I think
In a deck with 2 wheels in it.
maybe at the beginning of when you attack and at your end step,
That
or
would make it
upkeep
better.
and attack, or upkeep and end step. Like, give me
I like
2.
upkeep and end step. I like that.
Give me 2 instances of that, because then it's powerful for all the fucking words on that card.
Yeah, all the reading that you have to do. It's like, so wait, we all.
Can you imagine if you stole that card and didn't know what it did?
No.
Oh my god!
You'd never steal that though, because it's terrible.
What if you had to steal it? That's what I mean about the stealing and all the words on the cards. In this,
I
in
don't
this
have
set.
to steal
I'm moving
that
to
one. You can steal something
freaking
else.
next card. Seltzer?
Setzer.
Seltzer.
Seltzer.
Seltzer. Yes. Soda water with alcohol in it. Human Rogue Pilot 2/2. Rakdos 1. Enters. You make a blackjack legendary 3/3 vehicle. Crew 2 with flying.
Boom.
I don't hate this. I like making the pilot token and getting the vehicle better than I like making the vehicle token and getting the pilot.
Sure.
If you parsed all that, great. I'm happy. Whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, flip a coin. Full stop.
Yep.
Whenever you win a coin flip, create 2 tapped treasure tokens.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Out of
That's really good.
all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines of text on this card and 3 creature types,
Yep.
whenever you win a coin flip, create 2 tap treasure tokens.
Boom.
That's why this card's going to get played.
Yes.
That makes me sad.
And the rest of it's just bonus stuff. Back in the day, the whole card would have just said, whenever you win a coin flip, make 2 tap treasure. It'd be a 3/3 for 2. Fuck, it'd probably be a 3/3 for 5.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Probably right.
Yeah. Next card. Last one.
Why is this card $27?
Because it's a super good, infinitely playable 3-drop mana rock. That's why. Damn it. 3-drop mana rocks rule, especially when they're 5/5s with flying, trample, and haste.
I can't argue.
Yeah!
But why is this card $27?
Pre-order pricing.
The wandering,
Tariffs.
the wandering,
Excitement. Continue.
the wandering triad is almost $30 magic card at the time of this recording, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yes.
Okay, 5/5 legendary artifact creature god.
Yeah.
All of that has something to do with price.
Mhm.
Relevant creature type, legendary artifact mana rock, 3-drop with relevant abilities.
This could be your commander.
Absolutely, it could. This is a flying, trampling, hasting mana rock that could be your commander.
Yep.
That comes only in a commander precon.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like I'm
We-
putting a picture together, but I haven't even said what the card does yet.
Well, who cares at this point?
So, as long as there are fewer than 8 cards in your graveyard, it isn't a creature.
Aw.
So it ain't a creature unless you tap, mill a card, target player adds 1 mana of any color.
Neat.
So you could do that a bunch of times and have it not be a creature.
Yep.
Or you could self-mill a bunch and have it be a creature, which
Yep.
you could do.
Yep.
And maybe you want to do that or don't want to do that.
It's a political card. You could like help your buddy out with that 1 extra mana.
I do like that.
Right?
There
Like-
is Victory Chimes and what's the other one that taps to give anybody a mana? Spectral Searchlight?
Yes.
Is that the one?
Yep.
And now we have the Wandering Triad.
Warring Triad.
The Warring Triad, yes.
Yeah.
I always say, you've heard me say it, can anybody give me a mana?
Oh, yeah.
I've had somebody give me a mana one time.
Yes.
Now it's more often, 33% more often, somebody could give me a mana.
That's right. And it's on a 3-drop mana rock, baby. Woo! That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah! Magic cards.
$27 magic cards that
Pre-order pricing, baby! Excitement! Woo! Final Fantasy! Ay, 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 ay. Let me tell you that is something that is really exciting, Ryan.
Sure.
Something that I thought would happen has happened. We've gone for an hour, and we have talked about Final Fantasy VI cards only.
Oh, we still have 14 to go.
We still have Final Fantasy 14. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that on the back burner, and we're going to move 14 and 10 to next week, and then we'll do 7, which I think is the one that everybody knows the best, loves the most, the week after that.
Sure.
So let's do that, because 14 and 10 are kind of just there. So what we're going to do is thank everybody for being here. We're going to thank producer Gary for being on the 1s and 2s with us. We're going to thank you for listening along at home. We're going to thank FusionGamingOnline.com, where you can get 5% of all the stuff that you're going to buy using special promo code CCO Nation. Get yourself your Final Fantasy business, your playmats, your sleeves, your dice, your cards, your games, all that shit. They're wonderful people down there as well. So help support them, support us, and get yourself some cheap stuff. Cheaper stuff.
Cheaper stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
very much so. I'm not going to lie. I am going to get some of the cards out of this
Oh, we're doing it.
set. I'm going to put them in decks. There's relevant creature types. We didn't even talk about them today, but there's a bunch of advisors, or at least 2. There's a couple monks, one of them which has double strike that I will play.
Very good.
And, you know, I don't hate some of the reprints of Commander staples that have new arts. Am I going to be replacing the Lord of the Rings equivalents out of my decks? No, of course not. But I'm happy to get another version of Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah.
Because if I have to pick one up, it ain't going to be $7 anymore. It's going to go back down to
$1.
$3 or whatever. And whenever any of that kind of stuff happens, I'm happy.
I concur.
And if more people get shit that they like, then that just it's good.
Simple staple cards that everybody can get are always important and very good for the game.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/CCO podcast. Get in there, join the Discord, join us, be part of the biggest and bestest, what am I looking for, community
There you go.
in Magic the Gathering today. And we will fight you over that. There's a bunch of total 7s over there. We'd love for you to be one of them. We hope you enjoyed this rundown of the Final Fantasy VI Commander deck for the Final Fantasy set coming up very, very soon. And we're going to be back to talk about 2 more of them on the next exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme